Red, why don't you tell us what happened last time?
Well, after the aftermath of our last day or so with Celine and Darius, Darius had offered Celine sanctuary in his lovely Mage's Tower, especially since now her store has been taken out of commission, which the world is now gaining that information about what happened with that. Celine did ask Darius for rewards and such to hopefully try to avoid such things in the future, maybe, but he has to do work with that and studying as things continue forward. Though for Rowan, another interesting development happened as Zoe seems to have a new plan in place. That brings the fact that Zoran apparently is working with the werewolves and training and such, as Rowan would tell her, and she seems to be fully aware, as she's the one who asked them to do it, and they seem to have acquiesced to her request. And she had a funny little thing to go for it with, and wouldn't you want to help me with that, Rowan? And Rowan, of course, would help her with that, as she set the plans to essentially have it that Rowan would take the form of somebody Darius, not Darius, sorry, someone that Zorn would trust Darius to get him into Zoe's clutches without too much fanfare. That the werewolves would ensure that he would be picked up easily enough and all things would go forward without too much trouble. And, well, Rowan, of course, did so. Going up to the werewolves that they let Zorn go with, as they had a bit of father and son talk, and Rowan seems to be able to get the down pat the character of Darius, that the fact that Zorn didn't question at all. And eventually they got to a secluded place. Even with all his concerns, he followed through to with his father as they turned a corner, and he was immediately frozen to a block of ice by that familiar knight of the Winter Court, Snow Knight, and took Zorn away. As Zorn's last image was, well, Darius transforming to Rowan, revealing that Rowan was the mastermind. So he has that imprinted into his mind now, and she was taken away. Like I said, unknown. All this is unknown to Darius. As Rowan would go back to Zoe with the good news. As well, back at Darius's tower, he got a knock to see a strange man with a top hat who wished to speak with Celine, and Celine would off to talk with him. Even with Darius concerned, she decided to hear this man out. As they drove off, and he explained that he works for a certain set of people that were interested in the idea of gaining that new person in her shadow that Celine has, a dangerous fellow that they wish to ensure he's never used against anyone ever again. And of course, if it might be best for her to do this, as there might be some angels who would get upset and may want to come after her and poke around and see exactly what happened, and they might not be as kind about her explanations of who did what. Essentially, they would just see that the weeping angel is in her hands now, and well, though a bit reluctant, she decided to go with the stranger's suggestion as she got a boon from the Hades Corporation, a well-known conspiracy that she's heard of from her own mortal connections, and had to say goodbye as the Weeping Prince was taken away, essentially. And Celine watched as this strange figure turned into a bat and dashed off, and went back to Darius's abode to explain that the Weeping Prince is now, sadly, no longer in her hands. Well, she would have as well, as Lydia came up with a bit of fanfare as she came in with a rush to wounded to Darius, explained that his father had apparently gone crazy, started attacking her place, and she, of course, wished to go to him for safety. It seems he's very upset, is that listens to reason. And, well, he, of course, is concerned and made sure she had shelter as he tried to reach out to his father, who seemed not in the mood to talk with him right now. Even with all that, Darius still gave his place to her and made sure she was taken care of, as Rowan made some few calls. One, of course, to Leon to explain the new status that Celine found herself in, as well as, well, unbeknownst to Darius at the time, Rowan had a hand in ensuring that Daddy Darius would get well and truly pissed, as they found a way to ensure that he...
I think that's conjecture.
Oh, of course. I apologize.
Yeah, Barrister, strike that from the record.
Slander, even. But let's just say they gave some evidence that would show that Darius would see that Lydia had taken advantage, and it seems to be putting this poor Zorn in torturous state, as she seems to now truly not care as long as she gets what she wants. And, well, he, of course, with a little bit of nudge here and there, decided to do what he thought was best for his family as he ran off into a rage of destruction to kill the one person that he probably is more pissed about than anything else. But like I said, Darius is with Lydia, talking with each other, trying to console one another, as he's just as confused about this whole thing. And then there was a moment of intimacy as, well, they decide to go off and relieve some stress. While Celine got back, it seems Darius is a bit busy as she was left with the dragon now, and decided, well, she'll take matters into her own hands. And she started reaching out to contacts and connections, even using a contact to help Darius' situation. To, well, one, hunt down Daddy Darius to find out where he's at, and two, find a fae or other such person who could probably calm him down and get him to a state where he could at least listen and have a calming conversation. Because obviously, well, earlier she had a conversation with Rowan that kind of revealed exactly a bit more what was going on. And of course, she got all those tools, got them all together, and once Darius and Lydia were done with their escapades, explained the situation to Darius, and they came with a plan to hopefully, well, get him cornered into a warehouse to make sure we can have a conversation as equals. As Zach, Celine's contact, would tell her where Darius is as he's moving around with ease enough for him to find him. As Darius decided to go to a warehouse, keep Lydia here, and tell Blue to ensure that she would be safe and hidden away, and Daddy Darius Matthias wouldn't get his hands on her. And while we waited at the warehouse to hopefully get him to go to where our trap laid, it seems it was revealed to Celine. Zach would explain that he walked in, some people opened the door for him, and more people showed up, and it looks like we had been had. As it came pretty obvious that it seems that Zoe had glamored herself to look like Lydia as a way to mess with Darius, and seemed to have a grand fun time about the whole thing as she took the dad away with change. As Darius watches his father was taken away, and, well, his son apparently is still in the clutches of someone else as they watch this all go down. There was a moment of desperate, sad hope as we sat on the porch, Celine trying to give a bit of comfort to Darius as best she could, as Leon came up to, again, reiterate to Celine the danger or the nature of what she needs to get done, apparently. That this is the final offer, and it was a very juicy one, in the sense that if she returned back, that she wouldn't just be in her old position, but she would be second. That she would have that corner office, that 401k, that power, that influence, as long as she came with. Even revealing that apparently this whole thing was about, apparently Darius's son, which Celine took a little bit of offense with, but if she had just signed the deal, then all would be forgiven and all would be well. And just like I said, it's just 3 years at most. It was a hard decision for Celine, but she ultimately still said no. And Leon said, well, you're a loss, as he walked away. And though Darius tried to apologize for getting Celine caught up, Celine waved away because, like I said, it was her choice in the long run. Like I said, it was a bit of a sour, sad note, but until we had two more visitors come up. One of them familiar to Celine, and another one a strange man, as John revealed himself, having traveled off to hopefully find some help for Celine's situation, revealed that this man with us was apparently Dursis, a name familiar to both Darius and Celine, a person apparently trapped, or supposed to be trapped, and a very powerful one that, as he seemed to be a bit jovial as he walked in and had a bit of conversation, and, well, one of the first things he did apparently was see Yevis, the dragon that Darius was given by the summer court, who told everyone else that he was a dragon, and Darius took offense to this and called him a liar and decided to take care of him, i.e. killing Yevis and revealing that this creature was no dragon but a very powerful fae at that, and he took offense to that masquerade of his. And now with that done, he gave a bit of encouragement to Darius before saying he's off to go see Grace. See you later, and left out. As John gave some more context clues about what was going on, and even decided to talk with Celine, saying that he wished to. Darius gave him a bit of encouragement about trying to be a bit more brave, and decided to kiss her. And after, of course, running off to the bathroom to calm down, Celine, of course, decided to kiss him back, and I think they were still there at the last time it ended. And while that was going on, and maybe there's a glimmer of hope for Darius' situation, Rowan, of course, was with Zoe having a grand party as Matthias was chained down, beaten, and very much in a good position. As all things are going great for her, as Zoe has no idea what to do next. She's ultimately taken as much as she can. Lydia is now in hiding. The young son that Darius so wished to protect is now being negotiated by the courts, as well as apparently a demon, well, Celine's demon lord Malcolm at that. And Darius seems to be at his lowest because she even slept with him, and all types of problems in that regard. But Zoe just seems to be at a bit of loss now. But maybe she could send Lydia a recording about how much of a better lover she was for Darius. Just for icing on the cake is her last thought, I think. And I believe that's where it ended for us right there.
Yeah. As the morning progresses, Darius, you will fall asleep, otherwise I'll start giving you penalties.
Yeah, no, he probably falls asleep.
Now I'll ask for the fourth question. Celine, how long are you gonna fuck John? Like, I don't... There's stuff to do around town.
Shoot. Well, probably until up to morning, I guess. She also has to go back to work, but she's gonna enjoy as much as she can.
Eventually, at about like 10 in the morning, you walk out of the room that was assigned to you. You kind of like Darius passed out on the couch with like a blanket over him.
This is well. Since we have
John
things to
kind of
do.
like walks behind you and says, I think he needs his rest.
True. I think he's had quite a couple days. I'll leave a note for him to give me a call once he wakes up, of course.
Well, if you wish, it would be my pleasure to accompany you to the workplace.
It's not much to look at, sadly. It's been a bit damaged, but I need to take a look at it. Apparently everyone knows now, so yes, we'll go check it out. I have my car still. I still have my car.
Nods. As, yeah, you'll drive over to your shop. I guess for a while it will be business as usual unless you want to do something.
Yeah, is my shop repaired fully, or is it?
It's been like some days, I think. Yeah, like most of it. Maybe not everything, but
Gotcha. I don't think Richard would have any information about this job she sent on, or Zach for that matter, right?
well, Zach definitely no, because Zach was with the moon.
Yeah.
But Richard, no, not yet.
Okay.
And you just basically asked him to track Leon, so Leon hasn't been doing much other than like the proposal. After all, there's a bidding war starting.
Yeah.
Damn. Is Rowan doing anything first part of the day?
Rowan. Well, you know, that's the thing. This whole, I'm sure Zoe will eventually have something else for her to do, but honestly, Zoe, I'll still help if she asks, but I doubt that there's any way we can top what we did, so...
Zoe looks at you and says, wanna bet?
You have something in mind?
I do. I could use your help, because I cannot move outside during the day.
What do you want me to do?
And, hands you like cell phone. Drop this at a certain address preferably without anyone seeing you, or if they see you, act panicked and distressed. And then just don't give details and like act as if someone's hunting you really badly.
I think I can pull that off.
Smiles, nods.
As yeah, Rowan will head off to do that.
Ah, lovely. As yeah, as you kind of gives you an address. Like it is mislead. It will be mislead. Although since you are just kind of like
Mislead.
faking this shit, I will let you roll with heart. Like
Cool,
mislead
cool.
lets you, yeah.
Because mislead, yeah, mislead is mine. But to be fair, I also do have the. I think it's in all blood awards. So when it's one of those that lets me roll with heart
Okay,
if I'm
wonderful.
using misdirection or
Yeah, yeah.
subtle,
You roll-
subtle like.
Yeah, roll with heart
lines.
because you are boosting. You guys kind of like have to drop the cell phone at an address, kind of like around there, not.
Let's see, prompted. So this is going to be +3 because it's heart.
A full success. A full success.
A full success. Oh, by the way, because that's with heart, and that's 12 plus. I mark a corruption because of my fake corruption move, so I have 3 corruption now too. By the way,
Oh.
it's gonna get so much worse, everyone.
A third corruption move. Holy shit. Yeah. As you kind of like go and as you kind of like around, immediately there'll be like a man that approaches you. And he looks kind of like well built. Gives you sort of security vibes, as he's not literally dressed like he belongs to any security company, but he's clearly out there and like spotted immediately and says, what are you doing here?
Just make sure Zoe wants me to drop something off, but she wants me to do it unnoticed, right?
She's like, do it unnoticed, or if someone notices you, act like panic, afraid, like someone is hunting you. Just don't give details. Don't tell anything. Like,
Yeah. Honestly, with 13, Rowan would play into the terrified damsel bit as yeah, she would say, listen, I kind of need a bit of help right now. Like, there's this guy. I think he's following me. He keeps like I think I lost him, but like he keeps following me. I don't know where to go.
relax. Hey, what? Why are you doing here? Listen, this area is like. Listen, how about I just call a cab for you and just. Is that gonna work?
As Rowan will nod, and as she's like saying like, oh, thank you, as she like puts a like hand on him. Ah, damn! It'd be really great if he just like viewed me as like his best friend or some shit.
Yeah. He just kind of like there's a moment that's like, huh.
Which I'll mark a corruption for that.
Really? Listen, is there anything I can to help you?
No, listen, the cab would be. I'd love. The cab would be great. Just can I don't want to get you in trouble or anything, but can I just don't want to wait out here for it.
Okay, listen, it's fine. Let me go inside. You can wait there until cab comes here to pick you up.
Was I supposed to leave this phone like a specific spot, or just leave it somewhere where it won't be found?
Somewhere around this area. Inside would be preferable.
Yeah, inside. All right.
Okay, fine. And he'll kind of like unlock the door and let you in. And this looks like an old building. Renovated, but still old-fashioned, historical even. As kind of like sit down, and he'll kind of step away a bit to actually phone for a taxi.
Yep. As yeah, she will just like put the phone somewhere where she thinks it won't be found.
Yeah, just kind of like put underneath one of the tables nearby. Just stash it there. And yeah, eventually it'll be like, minutes later, it'll be like, I already paid for it, so it should be fine. Take care.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you drive off. Feel free to add another fucking fate, another death with Zoe.
Like stealing candy from a baby.
How many even is it at this point?
I have 3 debts with her, just like I have 3 debts with Andrea. 3 debts with status 3 NPC, 3 debts with a woman who can eat an angel, and 1 favor with some dude named Mark.
It's true. So yeah, I'm gonna give
My good friend Mark.
Are you gonna give Zoe a call?
Yeah, I will send her. I'll send her a text.
Hmm.
Just to send her a text, just like taking candy from a baby, darling.
Well, I'll be giving plenty of candy soon. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Yeah. The pain train does not stop, apparently, Tech. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
It's a full success. My hands are tied.
I think for the corruption thing, I will take just +1 to a stat. So I'll just mark that myself.
Could be there.
Oh, there's a move to do it. That
Actually. Yeah, just mark it down on your sheet so you know you do that.
Yep, I marked it down under my biography. +3 spirit sounds pretty sweet.
Anything else you want to do today, Rowan?
Rowan, you know what? Zoe is so fun. Sometimes Rowan forgets to check in on the people she really loves the most. Mortals, Mortalis. Such interesting people.
Anyone in mind?
Anyone in mind? Oh, I guess she'd call Lamar. It's been at least like 2 days. It's been so long.
Yeah. We'll kind of pick up. Hey, Rowan, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to call in and check. I don't know if you heard about it, but there was some fucking guy was going crazy. And I just want to make sure that you and Grace were okay.
Yeah, about Grace. She is on a date right now, so I wouldn't know.
On a date? Who's the lucky
Yes.
man?
I didn't get to ask. She left earlier today. It was very sudden, but I kind of tried to prod it, and she threw a bit of a freak out at me, so I kind of just backed off. Apparently I'm too
Very sudden. Is
controlling.
this normally, I'd be inclined to agree with her, but there recently has been many strange things happening around
Oh,
her.
no, I'm watching them right now. Don't worry. I'm just like from across the street from the restaurant. It's fine. Keeping an eye on.
Oh.
Nothing weird, but you never know.
Oh, well. Hope everything goes alright. If you need a hand with that, don't hesitate to ask.
Sure, I'll let you know if things get weird. Oh, this guy just gives me the sort of the douchebag vibes, you know? You know my sister. Sometimes she can be a bit too naive.
That is a weakness she has. That is a weakness she has. That's honestly after I've been focusing way too much on because I got Matthias to train her. I've been focusing, I think, too much on the physical aspects of the training. I think we definitely will have to work on the social aspects of the training. There are many people in this city that should not be trusted at first glance.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll keep you posted if there's any updates. For
Thank you,
fuck's sake.
and good luck.
God damn it. You hear him either off, and unless you're gonna ask anything, he's just gonna close off the call.
No. I think Rowan.
Well, you can imagine. Maybe something got a bit too. Someone got a bit too close on their date.
Nothing. Listen. Well, there's nothing wrong with passion, Grunt.
Yeah. As well, luckily for everyone, they would sort of go fine. Celine, there's no demon, there's no angel, there's no dragon. Nobody's knocking at your door. John would be in the back room, just kind of sitting.
Yeah, Celine would actually ask John if he's all right. I don't think he normally stays
No,
around for
doesn't.
long.
This, but do you wish for me to leave you alone?
No, I just want to make sure you're comfortable. I kind of figured you would be with your garden right now.
Nature is the best, but in spite of that, I will do with a closet. There are many grooves to this wall that I can examine.
If you want, I can bring some of the plants I have from the stores at the back to make you more comfortable.
Can I do that? Can I bring the plants back here?
Yes, some of them will be potted plants, but yeah,
Like starts
can.
bringing fucking pot after pot after pot.
not all of them, but yes.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep an eye on you, so to speak. Be close, cause well, right now, who the fuck knows what's gonna come after you?
Sad to say. Ugh.
As yeah, eventually, Darius, you're gonna wake up like 6 in the evening. Got a good day's sleep. You feel at least partially okay. You're never fully well rested.
Stop it. Okay, well, I guess I see the note, so I guess I'll give Celine a call.
Darius, how are you?
Tired. I haven't had coffee yet.
Well, you had a bit of a difficult time all the ground. How are you? Well, I don't want to push you, but any thoughts, any ideas now?
Well, at first, I'm going to get what I need, and I'm going to ward your place like you asked me to. And then, I don't know, we'll talk about it then. Because I do have 2 ideas that I want to run by you.
I'll be honest, Darius, I don't think you have time for that right now. I think you need to deal with your situation first before it gets worse.
Well, one thing I can't really talk about over the phone, but it's an idea how to get Zorn out of his predicament.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah, because I have something to offer that might be too good to refuse.
Well, this is an interesting development.
And as the other thing, I think it's time that I actually meet and talk with Zoe and figure out what the fuck her end game is.
That would probably be important, at least enough to, well, I'm not sure what game she has for you in mind, but I don't think you're winning.
No, I am not. I don't feel like I'm winning. I don't think winners get their pieces taken off the board.
I think you might want to call them family members and loved ones.
Yeah. I'm trying to not get hurt when they die right now. Because me being
Very-
emotional, being emotional is how they got in this in the first place. But
I'm going to be honest, Darius. I feel like you weren't emotional enough.
care to elaborate?
Well, you live your life with molasses. Instead of taking action, you take caution when you shouldn't, and when you should take caution, you take action.
Okay.
You were told that you may have to give your son away to a woman that you seem to hate with all your fiber and being, and you did it. Which, again, I won't judge you for it, but I needed to point it out. And instead of trying to make peace with this woman before it got to this point, you decide to be hostile. At least that's what I'm gathering from all your interactions and what clues you've given me.
Yeah. Okay.
You made yourself an enemy of someone who likes to play with their food. And have now alienated the one woman who would be of great use for you at this point. Have lost your father, who seems a self-sacrificing type, and I'm sorry to say, but your son is left with no tools or equipment to deal with the world without you, and seems to be in the hands of people who are much better at this game and has no proper training for it.
All right. Well, if you were in my circumstance, what would you do now?
Well, I believe talking with Zoe will probably be the first step on your own terms, instead of someone else talking to her for you. Though you must understand that this will be an ugly thing no matter what. There's no way you don't go out of this without pain. And I'm sad to say it.
Yeah, I'm gathering that.
I guess my question comes down to what exactly do you want out of this? Do you want her to stop? Do you want your son? Do you want your father? Do you want both? Because there's a price for each of those.
As for Zoran, I think I have an idea for that. Like I said, I'm gonna let you know when I stop by. If I stop by, hey, Grunt, is the sun still up, or is it nighttime?
It's like going down. It's like past 6 now. We still have like a few hours of light.
All right, I'm gonna stop by for a bit, but I will set up a meeting with Zoe in a neutral ground.
I'm gonna say vampires don't sleep during the day; just can't go out. So if you wanna give her a call.
Yeah. Yep. I assume I have her number by now.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm not even gonna make that joke. I was gonna be like, it's probably like.
You're lucky. Listen, it's most likely you check your phone and it has a little heart emoji next to it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, or it was gonna be on a post-it note on my pillow or some shit. Yeah. All right, Celine. I will call Zoe and see if she's even willing to have a meeting.
Very well. Be careful. Don't make any promises you can't keep, and listen before you react.
Yes, ma'am.
Take care of yourself, Darius. Say hi to Blue for me.
Yeah. You'll probably see me in a little bit, anyways. Bye.
Oh, she hangs up.
And I guess I will call Zoe.
Yeah, she'll pick up. Who's this?
This is Darius.
Darius who?
Darius Rivers.
What you mean to say my favorite Darius? Should I say my favorite member of the Rivers family?
Yes,
Well,
your favorite member of the Rivers family, Darius.
How can I help you?
I was hoping that you and me can finally have a conversation one-on-one where we can talk things out.
Assume you want seconds then? That's quite alright. Not Mood wouldn't be the first.
Well, I would prefer it somewhere on neutral grounds with just the two of us talking and trying to bury the hatchet.
Dude, come into my bedroom to bury the hatchet.
But it's going to be such a lovely night out.
It will be such a lovely night. You are correct. Listen, I will acquiesce to your demands if you just answer me one question. Honestly.
Okay.
You think Lydia ever cared about you? Like in the human sense of the word, not the demon way.
Well, for being honest with each other, lately I do not know. I'm starting to feel more just like an asset at the moment.
Well, then let me try and bring you some words of comfort before we meet. I think she did. I think she actually cared about you. But, well, she is still a demon, so power and all, but I think she truly loved you, if it matters for anything.
Well, told you my response.
Yes.
How
yes.
about, so where is a Grunt? I would know a neutral ground. I would know
No,
some
you
field
wouldn't.
or
I mean,
something.
you would. There's like places you can think of, but how would you know what a neutral ground even means? Because
I'm
you
just
don't
saying a
know
place
what
that
she
isn't her.
owns, so
I don't think she owns, like, I don't know, like the park.
gonna admit in the botanic garden. That's a surefire way. She doesn't
not
own that, but
no
that's
no
not
no.
the
Grunt, like a park, not like the
any
botanical
random
garden.
park.
Didn't we meet Grace? Didn't we find Grace like hunched over at a park?
Yeah, that's
Isn't
the
that
botanic
like?
garden.
I thought that okay. I thought that was a different place. I don't know. Zoe, do you have any place in mind that you would feel comfortable?
You know what?
That
Why don't
isn't-
we make this public if you're so scared of betrayals and backstabs? Let's meet in front of the National Opera House. Plenty of people walking by. You wouldn't be foolish to try anything, and I certainly wouldn't be that desperate, so.
Okay. Sure. I'll meet you there
Midnight.
about midnight. Okay.
See you soon, darling. Kisses.
See you soon.
Just gonna close the
Click.
phone call.
Yep. I'm gonna go see. I don't know what I need for the ward, but I'm gonna get that and then go see Celine.
I think you rolled already. Did you roll for the ward?
I did.
Yeah.
I know how to do it. I just need
yeah.
to go and do it.
Yeah. So you pack up your things. Gonna spend the rest of the evening as you head to Celine's shop to ward it against Allah demons. Note of that. So yeah. Celine, is there any conversation between the two of you?
Yeah, he's gonna walk in and set up work and say, "Well, Celine, how's work going so far?"
Oh, same old for me. How are you, actually? How was your conversation with Zoe?
The opera house at midnight, which I feel is a trap, but I'm not really on any foot to negotiate. And I don't feel like coming to your shop and ruining it a second time is a good idea.
I don't think Zoe would try to ruin my shop on purpose, hopefully. Though you do know that there's a chance she may make a game of all this whole thing.
Yep, I'm expecting that. The plan is to figure out what her endgame is. If I have to play along, then so be it.
Be careful, Darius. Might be eating your words sooner than later.
Mm. As for Zoran, he'll look around. Once he finishes up, he'll get up and walk to her. Remember the second day we worked together?
Very, well, how could I forget?
Do you remember what the Winter Monarch was trying to do?
Yes, a very, bold decision. Yes, I remember.
I know how to do it.
Oh,
That's why the fake dragon was with me.
that explains it. Ooh, also reminds me, have you even told them about that? Should you even tell them about that one?
I don't know.
Hmm.
You're the political expert. I warned him that I couldn't guarantee his safety,
Hmm.
but I wasn't expecting a god dragon thing to come into my house.
Yeah, maybe don't bring that up. If
Yeah.
that's the case.
Yeah. Except it's only like the beginning part of how to do it. I can perfect it and sell it to the Winter Court.
And I assume this won't upset the Summer Court.
It will absolutely do that.
Hmm.
But the problem is, you see, the important ingredient is it's not like they're making Summer Fae. They're making something called Wild Fae, or whatever she called it. And they need all 4 courts to do it.
Ah, I see. So in the end, they still need to know about this anyway.
Yes.
Hmm.
What I'm doing is selling off bits of information.
Very well, this may work out in your favor if you don't, well, crumble when they start poking holes into you. But you have to move quickly, Darius. If what Leon tells me is true, the Melcom is moving in, and it may be more than just him for your ward.
Yeah, the problem I'm having is I can't go to the Winter Court, and because if I tell them, she might not let me leave.
Well, you know someone who's a part of the Winter Court.
The one who keeps whispering in Zoe's ear.
Yes, but right now you don't really have a lot of options, Darius. You can go around and ask for that favor, but you'll be losing out on time. And I have to say, Rowan is, well, I can see herself having influence in that court, especially with how quickly she moves, which may be the backing you need. Rowan is dangerous, yes. She's not your friend, yes. But she can be used just as much as anyone else can be.
How would you go about this without her convincing her not to spill the beans to everybody else? Because that just puts the target more on my back, doesn't it?
True. It depends on what you say to her. Mainly, you just tell her you wish to parley with her monarch for the return of your son. And you have
Okay.
something that she can't refuse. That's really all you can really say. And if worse comes to worse, well, there are other Fae outside of Voron. It's just that she's the easier option. This will
Alright.
this will more likely be known to Zoe within a certain amount of time, but like I said, you don't really have a lot of options here, Darius.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
If I don't, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Celine, if I don't happen to come back,
Mhm.
there's a small book of no really importance in my desk drawer. I kind of want somebody to have it, either to keep it or to give it to the next wizard person.
Mm. If you don't come back, will your tower even let me in?
I will, as long as I'm not dead. Blue knows you, or at least you could try to ask Blue for it.
Well, if that was what happened, I'll make sure to acquiesce to your demands. Don't get yourself so down, Darius. You humans have a way of picking yourselves back up after many tragedies.
Yeah, I don't know about negotiating with gods though, or kind of gods. I don't fucking know. I'll be fine. It's just in case. It's not the defeatist. It's just in case.
Well, I will tell you if you do somehow come into, well, Melcom, be careful. He's devious and dangerous.
Oh man, like if Zoran's already in hell, I will. This just won't work.
Yeah, he's lost to you. But I do also have a question about your wards. Do this let
Yes.
out any demon? Can I choose here? What exactly are
It's just specific Allah, and they are meant to keep
Yeah.
them out.
You asked for a specific lead.
No, I just want to make sure. That's good.
Yeah.
I kind of figured. I don't remember.
Yeah, I can do more research when I get back for other wards, but that's just it's what it is.
Very well then. It's appreciated, Darius. I will. I'll be here, and I'll keep my promise.
I know. And I will call Rowan.
Hello, darling. How can I help you?
I hear that your monarch has something of interest to me, and I would like to
What would that
parlay
be?
with. I would like to parlay with her, and I might have something she can't refuse. It's the offer of a lifetime. So if you could pass on that message, I would be very appreciative.
You don't want to come to the court with me?
I could, but I would like. You know what? Yes, I can meet you at the ice cream shop.
Wonderful. See you there.
See you there. Looks back at Celine. Once the conversation's closed.
Oh, you did it in front of her?
Yeah.
You did?
Ah.
Wall, Lamau.
I. Concerns? Yes. We're already here now.
I fuck my life.
It's fine, Darius. Not the end of the world. You still have to talk to the monarch, and that's the main one you have to speak with right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think I can get her to come out, and I don't really trust anybody else to send the message.
Physically
Hmm.
can't.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
I'm pretty sure there was like a discussion on something. No, that monarchs cannot leave the realm.
All right. Well, either way, I guess I will be seeing you later.
Very well then.
If you don't hear from me before 11:30, tell Zoe I don't know, I'm trapped in another dimension. I don't fucking know.
I'll be sure to pass the message along an hour before your meeting, so she's aware. I guess
Alright.
now I'm your little secretary, huh?
No, you are my business partner.
Oh, very well then. As long as you remember that, I should be fine. Be careful, Darius.
I try to be. I'll see you around.
See?
Rad crud. What the fuck?
Yeah, Darius, you. Well, the ice cream shop is not that far, so you can like walk. It's about like 15-20 minutes walk. But yeah, as he leaves. Actually, no. You know what, Rowan, you would get a phone call first
I would get a phone
from
call.
Zoe. Like, so,
Throne
are you ready for a party tonight?
room. I will be soon enough. I do have to arrange a little meeting. Little wizard wants to meet with my monarch.
Ooh, does he now? But he wants to negotiate for
Yes.
his precious son.
He said he has something that apparently it cannot be refused, which honestly, I'm curious to see what he has.
Interesting, because
Which-
he wants to meet with me later today at midnight.
Interesting.
Think he's
Which
finally
I
learned the
wonder-
game of politics?
I think he's stepped up his knowledge. I really hope for his sake he doesn't actually mean it's something that Fiona would do anything to get, because I think he is gonna come with me into the court, which, now, that's a very poor negotiating position to be in.
I'm sure he'll whistle his way out. Plus, I would be very sad if he left me all alone. I spent so much effort trying to organize this little show for him. Of course, I would.
Don't-
It would be. I think it would be very funny if you were here. I think you will laugh. It will be very funny for you.
Of course I'll be there. I'll make sure Darius will be free too.
Appreciate that. But thank you for letting me know about this. He is making such bold moves. Maybe I should also make some bold moves as well.
Well, if he didn't fight back, it wouldn't be interesting.
Absolutely. I love it when they play hard to get.
I will
Anyways,
see you soon, Zoe.
see you at midnight.
See you then.
As after that, Celine, you get a phone call as well. Zoe is calling you.
Oh. Oh. Hello, Shooting Star. Will wishes come true? How can I be of service?
Oh, my wishes certainly come true whenever I deal with you, Celine.
Ah, Zoe. Wonderful to hear from you. How can I help you?
Well, it's more of how can I help you? I heard you've been spending quite a little time at the tower with Darius.
Ah, yes. A bit of a favor that became another favor. He was, let's say, a bit remorseful for what happened with my shop, but
Hmm.
all squared away, I believe.
Well, you can keep hiding at the little tower, but I may have a proposition that I feel would be very interesting to you.
Oh, I'm all ears.
I know that Leon fellow around town has been causing you quite a lot of distress, I'm sure.
Ah, it comes to territory.
Aren't you just sick of that, though? I don't mean of Leon, I mean like all of them.
Again, it kind of comes with the territory, Zoe, but what are you proposing exactly?
Well, that's simple. I propose you and me work together to take down, well, your ex-boss, Demon Lord Malcolm.
That is quite a bold claim,
I
even for
am-
someone like you.
Yes, well, I've learned that recently people are making bold moves, so I should be doing those of my own.
And what exactly are you hoping? Why are you wishing to take down a demon lord for? What do you gain from this, Zoe? You're a very smart one.
I think I haven't made deals with demons before. Make deals with a lot of people, Celine. Malcolm, let's just say that he's become a thorn in my side. I realized I have the best ally around. That's you, Celine.
What exactly does Malcolm have that you want?
Well, he is bidding against me in the bidding war. I want to take him out.
The boy.
I want Zoran back. What can I say? I'm sentimental like that.
I see. So you sell him off, make your profit, and then gain him back,
Yeah.
having lost nothing.
Yes. I do want all of them.
Hmm. Why exactly? I can understand a bit of the nature here, but I'm still curious. Why all of them?
Huh? I think it all started with a little crush I had on Zoran. Then dear old dad decided to mess with me, which annoyed me so much. And then little demon wife decided to mess with me, which continued annoying me. And his father decided to mess with me, which annoyed me further. So I decided I would. They all seem very grumpy and rigid. I decided I should make them all happy and friendly and nice. See, I would have been quite happy to just spend time with Soren. But then he decided to, well, shoot a fireball at me and erase his emotions for me. Now, I feel like if somebody did that to the person you cared for, you would have a bit of spite in you.
I see then. Well, is this a play to try to break them fully? Something nice. I've seen it quite happen often, but the end game is always tedious.
It would be fun, but I don't think Darius will break. I don't think anything can break that man. I actually admire that in him. Strong willpower. Makes all of this so much more worth it.
You actually like him.
Maybe. And to trick me, Celine, you're trying to trick me into spilling my feelings out to you. How clever.
I apologize. A habit I haven't really grown out of.
Well, I certainly think I would be a better influence on him than that little bitch Lydia.
Oh, I can't speak of the nature of the relationship. I haven't really seen it with my own eyes.
I have.
have ideas,
It's
of
kind of
course.
sad. Oh, I shouldn't spoil the surprise, but... So, back to our business, Celine. Would you like to collapse? Have you ever collapsed a demon... hell circle? Have you ever done that?
I've seen it happen, heard of it, at the very least.
And what do you say we remove your old boss from power?
This is going to be a very dangerous game you're playing, Zoe.
I have no idea. But aren't the bold and the brave rewarded usually if they manage to pull through?
True. And Malcolm is not one who forgives easily either.
I don't plan him to be alive enough to forgive me. When his circle of hell gets imploded, I'll make sure to have him skinned by the angels.
Very well, Zoe. In the effort to ensure my former employee is taken out, and of course I couldn't let the poor boy be lost to the hells.
You know why they want him, though?
A few ideas, none of them good for him.
Apparently, he's much more valuable. A lot of these people dead than alive, which I would hate to see.
Yes, like I said, the boy doesn't really deserve that.
So,
Oh.
think we can... Are you willing to work together on this, or...?
Yes, I am. I look forward to this, of course, Zoe.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. I want you to meet me at midnight as well.
Let me guess, the Opera House?
Of course, we're gonna hang outside in front. It's public and nice, and nobody, of course, will do any sort of violent actions.
I see. Well then, I'll love to see how this stage place rolls out.
It will be glorious. And after that, well, I'll explain how you can aid in this taking down of Malcolm.
You're not going to sell me back to my former liege. It's not a fun thing for me. I rather would not like that had to happen.
I want him dead, Celine. Plus, really like the demon lords or Fey monarchs. So stuck up, aren't they?
They have a bit of air about them, but well, Zoe, I look forward to this grand plan of yours.
I look forward to working with you, Celine. Also,
And so,
be sure
Mhm.
to bring that fetching new bodyguard you have. You know, the one with the
So-
cane.
Celine clenches her phone. Says, I'm not too sure what he has to do with this. He's mine, after all.
Oh, absolutely. I don't have. Yeah, unlike Darius, I know. Leave your stuff alone. But he is important for the steps to come.
He shouldn't be involved in this in the first place.
He is involved with you, though. Ask him. I'm not saying force him. Give him a choice. See what he wants to do. I'm not. If you're worried about his safety, if that's why you're so aggressive, put your claws back, pussycat. I don't mean any harm to him. I just need to talk. I need a friend of a friend. Let's call it.
Fine. I will give him the chance.
Ah, lovely. Well, then I will see you midnight. Says.
See you there. She will hang up the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Celine will probably. Is John still here, actually?
Yeah, John is just in the back room, just staring at the plants, watching the
John.
little hands kind of go up and down.
Celine would go back there. John,
Yes.
seems I've come to a bit of a business arrangement. And apparently they, request your presence for it. Now, you can say no. I think you honestly should say no.
I was. Oh, I need a bit more details than that. How was. Look, angry. I've never seen you angry.
Sorry. She tries to like calm herself down with a breath. Well, this I'm not even sure. Well, a vampire, Zoe, apparently has made an offer to help me take down Malcolm, or wishes to take down Malcolm for her own gain, of course. But she sees me as a proper tool to use in that.
Proper tools, what?
And proper tools to be used for that.
Also, if you heard that in the background, that was just my dog getting up to my face near the microphone and just fucking burping in my face. It's kind of like, well, is this? Are you in any sort of danger?
I don't believe so, but this is Malcolm, after all, and he is not someone you trifle with easily. And to bring down a demon lord, that is, well, it takes a lot.
Never known anyone to kill a demon lord, but
She seems confident enough that she can, and she will.
I am
And she,
quite unfamiliar with the hells.
it is a vast place with many, many things. But I've seen it happen once or twice before. A demon lord attacking another demon lord for power, or
That's the thing. So let me give you some background knowledge, Celine.
yeah, go ahead.
Demon lords, like circles of hell, act very similar to monarch courts. In the sense that the demon lord is sort of like king of that dimension. Now, the power is like he's not like omnipotent there, but he definitely has a lot more influence. Attacking, like penetrating another dimension, is fucking serious magic. It's very hard to do. So the most common way that demon lords actually like dunk on each other, they sort of strangle each other with the souls, because each hell circle needs like a certain amount of souls to be sustained. And if those souls don't get fed into it, it just collapses in on itself and just kind of like disintegrates, killing everyone that's still inside.
Gotcha. So it's all right to assume that Celine has seen it once, or at least
Yeah,
heard
it's
of it.
it's a rare thing. It does happen.
Yeah.
It's the thing is, it usually happens because the demon lord himself is kind of incompetent or gets like fucked over by many others.
Because it takes a lot, and the most obvious way, of course, is to essentially starve them out. Possible.
This helps you. I'm willing to hear her talk. I doubt she can threaten me physically. I'm more concerned about you.
I've already explained to her that you're mine, so if she does do anything strange, let me know, because I will not allow it at all.
Smiles and nods. Of course.
But she wishes to meet at the Opera House, and Zoe is very much what her nature demands of her, and she loves a good show, and that is where I feel a bit unease.
Shall be there with you. If you wish, I may send a message to Dursis. Think you need the
Right.
extra firepower.
I'm not too sure if we want the world to know about Durses just yet. It may cause problems. Well, I'm not actually sure if anything can cause problems to them now that I think about it.
He's quite powerful, but he is not invincible. But I can ask him to be in the surrounding area.
That would be a good idea, actually. And once Darius is back, I will inform him as well, so he's not too caught unaware, hopefully.
Of course. Yeah.
I assume it's closing time for her shop, right?
Yeah, it's getting there.
I think she'll probably close it up early and go for a walk with John to the garden. He's just been in her office the entire day.
Yeah, spend some hours kind of wandering about with the lovely sights. Meanwhile, Darius, you meet with Rowan in the back room of the ice cream shop.
All right, darling. Okay. I will take you in. I will make the introductions, although I'm sure she remembers you.
Okay. Anything else I should know before this continues?
Oh, nothing really.
Okay. Well, let's get this over with.
Oh, don't sound too excited. As Rowan will open the fucking entrance, yeah?
As you both happen into the frigid climate, the winter court. As snow kind of crunches underneath, you eventually arrive sort of throne area. As you can see, as you kind of approach, you see the Winter Monarch. There's like these giant mirrors, almost like it's like these oval shape. You don't see you see only like the back, but she's looking at something into them. As she kind of like sees you approach, she kind of like with like a hand wave, the mirrors just kind of like lift up in the sky high enough so you can't really properly see them anymore as they get clouded in the clouds. As Fiona just looks at the two of you, says, Rowan tells me you want to make a very tempting offer.
I would.
And I was gonna say one more thing. Darius, as you step closer, there is something you can see at the base of the throne, at the steps. It's Zoran encased in a sort of oval of almost completely transparent ice, with a rather horrified expression on his face.
Darius ignores it and looks at the monarch, giving her a bow. My queen, if I may be so bold, is it possible we can talk without ears listening in?
Ah, those are just people who are bidding for Valk here. They cannot hear us, nor can they see us.
He gestures to Rowan. I feel like this is a conversation for the two of us.
She kind of like begrudgingly nods and says, I apologize, Ron. That it seems the man does not trust you.
It is a shame. I don't know what I've done to earn such distrust, but I will respect his wishes. Find me Darius when your meeting is done, and I will take you out.
As yeah, Rowan kind of takes a couple of steps, and you see kind of like the snow almost envelop her before she disappears. Fiona says, "We're alone now. Are you satisfied?"
Thank you, my lady. I know that any person making requests in your record is much different than what you must be used to. But I come to make a deal for the young man in front of you.
I'm listening.
I have gathered enough information to know the thing that you were trying to do with the young woman is very much possible. I'm willing to exchange that information and work to perfect it in exchange for the boy.
A bold claim, but you are not a man of fickle words. You can
I
produce a reliable method of creating Fae. You may have the young Bauk back.
do I have your word?
Of course. That method must be proven. I will not accept a charlatan's deal.
Do you have a pen and paper?
It's kind of like a hand wave as in front of you there's kind of like forms out of ice, sort of table. And there's like a very thin layer of snow as a sort of thin icicle forms. You may write on that.
He begins writing most, but not all. Like just enough to show that he's not just bullshitting and he knows what he's talking about. And hands her the beginning, like basically the first half of the information he gave this.
This is useless. Have you turned anyone into a Fae using this method?
Seems that there are multiple steps to it, but I
Well,
can prove to
then-
you that I can't do it.
Figure out all the steps, produce a successful Fae, and you shall have your son back.
Will you hold on to him while I do this research?
She nods.
All right. I know that there are other parties interested.
They are.
How much time do I have?
I will inform you if an equally tempting offer presents itself. But for now,
I-
you shall have as much time as you deem necessary. Time here for me and for the bulk is much more relative.
I thank you for your generosity, ma'am.
You may leave.
if I could make one last request,
You may.
because of the interested parties involved, can we keep this just between you and me for now till I give you the complete formula?
No. I shall choose who I reveal this information to.
It was worth a shot. You can't blame a guy for trying.
As you see, there's a door that appears behind you.
Always a pleasure, man.
Nods. Walk and you're kind of back into the back of the ice cream shop. As Rowan, you're wandering, kind of sort of takes a weird turn as you suddenly find yourself back before the monarch's throne.
My lady, did the meeting go well?
He has indeed provided a tempting offer. Claims that he can develop a method of producing other Fae reliably.
Rowan is stunned for a second before she responds. I assume he produced something verifiable, or at least something that shows that he's not just deceiving or foolish.
He produced some bits of information useless. I'm not sure what he was trying to prove to me, but if he can actually succeed in this matter, this method would be more valuable than all the souls that hell can offer me.
Of course.
Please ensure the man does not die. And I require you keep this information secret.
So Rowan will nod. I will ensure no one else finds out through my lips, and I will move earth and sky to keep him alive.
Thank you. Yeah, she's just resume with her bidding wars.
Yeah. So Rowan will leave.
Yeah, and Darius, like a few, like 10 seconds later, the door opens again as Rowan also walks out.
Thank you for the access. Please do not take my silence as disrespect.
Oh, I don't. I understand. Humans have funny ways of holding on to feelings, but I don't take any offense to it. But, well, I will give you this, Darius. She is quite interested, which means, well, I won't let you die no matter what happens. Anything up to that point, which I won't let you die.
Can you at least give me the heads up that somebody is trying to kill me?
Of course.
Is somebody trying to kill me?
Right now, no, but, well, there are worse fates than death, friend.
Okay. Well, I might require your services later. So,
I am typically free these nights. I think, well, recent events were fun, but I think, well, I think I may take a step back from some events. After all, it's not good to get in a rut, and I think I have been in a rut recently.
well, depending how something goes, I might have an idea, something fun for you to do.
like fun.
Always a pleasure, Rowan. Never change. And I'll give like a 2-finger salute and walk away and call Celine or text Celine. I just text her. I bought us time.
Ooh, Celine would text you a thumbs up, and also I've made an interesting deal.
He just sends the devil emoji.
She just sends you fangs.
Fuck.
As they're doing that text, Rowan is gonna call, Mrs. Fangs herself.
She picks
I
up.
can't
She
believe it.
actually no, she wouldn't pick up. It's late at. It's about like 9 p.m. now, and she doesn't pick up.
Cool.
The
Rowan will
first.
just
This
send
is one
a-
of this is one of the first, and she
Ooh.
usually is active. Weird. What was the
Yeah,
last thing she was doing when
Rowan-
she didn't pick up the phone? I wonder. Oh.
Oh, she was doing many things, many things. Well, listen, Rowan was just gonna say, listen, whatever your plan is, don't kill Darius, but I'll meet her with her anyways. It won't matter. Zoe doesn't need to know why Darius is important. Just needs to know that, listen, you can't kill him. You can break him all you want, but man needs to be alive.
Of course.
Mhm. If I'm too broken, I won't be able to finish the thing she wants.
Don't worry, darling. I can fix your emotional state for you. She just needs to make sure you're physically fine.
Not emotionally. You just need your knowledge, Darius. I don't give a shit about your emotions.
It's mm, depression is something, but damn.
They'll put
I
you in the
can,
other tower. Don't you worry. There's we'll get rid of that
Depression,
much.
darling, I with a touch, I can make that go away.
It's true.
I'm
cooked.
I'm not even gonna think about it.
You're cool.
I'm not cooked, Grunt. I'm actually.
You are right.
playing
You are burnt.
I am actually playing the political game. I don't know what
That's
to
true.
tell you.
That's true. That was a good deal. You will now never die until you help these people out.
In 2 years.
So, yeah. As I'm sure if there's any conversation you would like to have with Celine, your meeting is like in 3 hours.
Yeah, I was just like, Celine's gonna get a message like, "Fuck." Do we want to get some coffee?
Yes. That might be for the best.
Just hand and face palm fucking emoji and like see you at the usual spot.
See you there.
The usual spot.
We keep getting coffee, the place we keep getting coffee.
The coffee shop, then John will just kind of like look very hesitant, like, I think I will wait in the park.
I won't be too long. I'll be back soon, I promise.
You said I was yours.
Mm.
Can I say the same thing about you?
Of course, John.
Know
I-
that if anyone touches you in any way or annoys you or mistreats you or insults you, I will crush them.
That is the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me.
He'll just smile and give you a kiss before he reluctantly lets you go.
Celine smiles as well as she watches her for a minute before taking a walk to the coffee shop.
Yeah. Meet kind of like the last hour before it kind of closes. So both of you sit down and get some cups of coffee. It's gonna be a long night, Darius.
Isn't every night a long night lately?
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, Celine, I already got your usual.
Thank you. Well, seems from your message things are working out a little bit better, which is good.
I gave her a bunch of basically scribbles, but it's enough to show that I'm not completely crazy. And she said she would inform me if there was a higher bidder.
Good, good. Well,
Apparently Rowan's supposed to keep me alive, and I mean alive specifically.
well, that could be both good and bad. The human spirit can be broken and crushed just as easily, but as long as you can still do the work, that's all they really care about.
You know, well, like, listen, I don't plan on breaking anytime soon.
Oh, that's what they all say, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, time to start beating the odds, right?
Hopefully so. Speaking of odds, Zoe had given me a call. An interesting offer to deal with my former boss, apparently. She is quite annoyed with his bid against Zorn. It seems she wishes to regain your son.
Any particular reason, or just because
Because she wants him.
Ah.
Because she wants all of you.
Oh, like torture?
I don't think so. It's hard to explain to humans. It's beyond plaything, it's beyond sexual or emotional. It's a desire to own, but not necessarily awful. I'm explaining it wrong, but I know it's something that demons have sometimes. Vampires get them. Certain phase, I can't speak for Rowan because I haven't really engaged with her enough to really get that feel for her, but it's not necessarily a horrible thing, depending how you look at it. It might be different for humans.
It sounds like I'm going to be she wants us as pets.
It's not even like pets either. Mixture of pet, a thing, a doll she could put on the shelf. She wants to kind of, well, some people want to keep you the way you are because that's also the novelty, but like I said, the scary part for you, Darius, and for your family as a whole, is I think she likes you the way you are.
What does that mean? Like he literally says it like rubbing his eyes. Like, what does that mean?
It means she doesn't want to just play with you until you're broken, then leave you alone. It means, well, she might be playing for keeps now.
Okay, I really need you to just... What is it specifically she wants from me? What do you mean keeps?
You
Because
want... I'm really bad at this part. She wants you, your father, your son. She wants the entire Rivers collection. All for various reasons. Maybe because you annoyed her, maybe because you became interesting. You were a thing to play with and to hurt. Now you are a thing to play with and to keep. And that is the danger you are in. Because I'm going to be... It may offend you to say it, but Zoe is sharkily determined, sly enough to do it, and confident enough that she doesn't see a reason why she should stop.
So let me get this straight. She either wants to have, torture, or keep the Rivers clan.
Yeah, essentially.
And this could be if she wants us as a plaything to her whim, but she wants to torture, keep, or have the three of us.
Yeah, each family member may be a bit different. Your father, she may want to torture. Your son, she wants to keep because of sentimental reasons, and you took her away from him. And she's just reminding you that you don't have that power anymore, and you just didn't break.
What do you... Okay. What do you think her plan is with... If I'm not breaking, that means she's not going to win, so what does she want? If I do...
Darius, she's gonna win. Because what she's going to do is either to corner you to a point where you have no choice but to go to her, and in doing so, she will make sure any bond that you have that may get in the way of that may be broken. Or if she was cruel, what she is, and if she was kinder, she will let you come to her on your own. But I don't think she's patient enough for that. Like I said, You may have to pay a price to ensure a peaceful compromise with this woman. And hopefully, if you to play your cards right, this won't end with you losing everything.
I feel like I'm being sold off as a concubine right now, or worse. I don't even know what the word is.
Mm. And I'm sorry to say that she wants revenge on, well, it seems to those who she deems have wronged her. Your father she has. She's going to, well, I don't want to say it because I could be wrong and I might be putting too much the horse before the cart situation. But I think she's more likely going to get your son. And, well, Lydia has also been a thorn in her side.
Celine, I speak 6 languages fluently, and I can't even come up with a word in the dictionary that is my mind of how fucked up this is.
I'm sad to say this is not unusual.
So, what do you recommend I do without putting my head on her mantle? Because it seems like giving in to her will make her lose interest.
Not necessarily, but it will mean you will lose more than you're willing to give. And I'm going to be honest, Darius, you are not playful enough to play this game with her without getting parts of you cut off. My question to you will be, what are you willing to lose? Will you be willing to lose Lydia? Your son? Your father? Your dignity?
What is dignity? I don't understand those words.
Oh, that's a human thing to say. You say that, but there is so much more that can be taken from you.
Well, so far, I don't think she can come up with a better offer than I offered. So I got to speed run that research. Mathis could be dead, and Lydia's underground.
Oh, I don't think she'll kill your father. She'll just want to break him. Possibly. He did burn her, apparently, from what she told me.
I don't know. So giving in to her would only cost me worse. And playing, I don't know, hard to get would be a better move.
To a certain degree. You know how life is all about compromises. Nothing is given fully 100%, and nothing is ever lost fully, right?
Yeah.
You must pick and choose your battles. Some of them you will lose, and some of them you can live with. I don't know exactly what she plans for you, but I know she will make it grand and she will enjoy herself the entire way.
She's at the Opera House. I asked for a one-on-one meeting. My money's on it's going to be humiliating like the first time.
I don't know if it will be for you, though.
You don't think she's just gonna... She's a narcissist. You don't think she's just gonna just invite everybody and like, look at the foolish wizard thinking he could talk to me?
Possibly. But she's already done that play. It'll be interesting to see if she does it again. But, like I said, we have a deal where she has offered a chance for me to deal with my former boss, and she also wishes to meet me at midnight in the Opera House.
So she doesn't plan on keeping her word already. Got it. Perfect.
I don't know necessarily if it's maybe more than one deal being played here. And I know that there's a chance I may also lose in this regard.
Celine, you have a lot. You're not fully in this yet if you don't want to be.
No.
You can't just pick up stakes and leave town. I will give you the wedding band so you and John can go live happily ever after.
Oh, thank you. I could pick up my shop and move elsewhere. I could change my name. I've done it before. And find myself a nice little cozy little hole to hide into. But come now, John. I'm a demon. I have some pride. And besides, I was here first. I shouldn't have to move. I like where my shop is. I like my garden. I get to look over and see all the trees. I get to see the stars. And I'm going to be honest, Darius, I have a feeling if I left you here, you would be eaten alive. Can't have
Aw.
that on my conscience.
Are you worried about little old me?
There is someone has
Celine?
to be. You have literally nothing else. It's actually for Blue. I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, there we go. I knew it was the catch. It's such the demon way. He says with a smile. All right. I think you just keep me around because I know your coffee order by heart.
That is also an important skill to have.
I know. It's so good to have such faithful servants.
She's also asked for John, which has me ruffled. I will not lie.
Oh, John's can just stay at the tower. He's not coming, right?
I had given him the chance, and he said yes. And I will be honest, Darius, I cannot say what will happen, and I will be upset fully if something happens to him.
Celine, this is Zoe. She's gonna send somebody after John.
She best not do such a thing.
If this meeting goes down south, what do you want to do?
I will be frank with you, Darius, in the sense of our partnership. I will choose John over you.
I would choose John over me. Have you seen him? Damn, he's a handsome man.
And if all goes well, and your plan doesn't work for your son and you, this deal with Zoe will ensure your son is not lost to the hells. Hopefully.
I appreciate that. Nah, man spent 300 years waiting for you. Why would we get in the way of that?
Well,
What
I'll
kind of
see you
friend-
at... Oh, go ahead.
What kind of friend would I be if I wanted to ruin my friend's happiness? One of us should get that happy ever after.
Well, Darius, I give you the best warnings I can, and we'll see each other at midnight. Do be careful.
If you ever change your mind and you just want to plant that stake, remember, if I'm alive, magic wedding bands. Stay safe, Celine. And try to talk John out of this staying around thing.
I'll try my best.
Stay safe.
She'll-
Oh, and
Mhm.
if I do die, I want you to do me just one favor
Mhm.
before you leave town, and if it's just you and John, kill Rowan and Andre on the way out. You don't even have to kill him. Just have John impale him. I don't really care. That's only if I die.
I'll keep that in mind.
See you later, Celine.
See ya.
As you depart from each other, about an hour and a half before the meeting, then you get another call from Zoe.
Oh. Hello?
Hey, long time no see. Are you still dropping by tonight?
Yes, I plan to. Has something happened?
I've been thinking, and I realized I feel like I didn't offer you enough. Like, we have a deal, we have a plan, but these things take time. And, well, honestly, I've heard only good things about you. From a lot of people. Heard about your professionalism especially, which I so much respect.
Of course.
I was told you have a focus on alchemical ingredients, herbalism, potions, right? I remember I bought some from you as well.
You have, actually.
Now, right now, there is a bit of a competition on the market. You're not the only one who provides such services. How would you like it if you were the only one who provided such services. So right now your potential is being a bit stifled by some rather big egos around here.
Runt, would Celine know one of the competitions that she has is one of her contacts, isn't it?
Which one are you referring to?
Fairchild.
Well, she is less of a competition. Like, she is an alchemist. She can craft the potions, but she does need you for the ingredients. So she
Okay.
is sort of a competition, but not like a direct. Like, yeah, I mean, you can consider her competition if you want, but
Okay, but not directly for what Zoe's telling me, because I don't want her to. Celine wouldn't want her caught up in this if that's the case.
I mean, no, the offer isn't I'm gonna kill your competitions. Like,
Yeah.
how would you like to be the one who dominates the market? That is the offer here.
A tempting offer. What exactly would that entail?
Well, for one, full unrestricted use of the botanic garden. No more restrictions, no more pesky slaps on the hand if you overstep. Won't be a custodian anymore. You would be an owner. Place of power like that? Sounds pretty good to me.
It does have a shine to that, but such a thing will not be easily done, I assume.
That's why you're friends with me, Sully. If you want to become friends. Friends help out each other. I'll definitely help you out with this matter.
Are you trying to unseat Lydia?
Trying is the wrong tense.
Oh, okay. I see.
Haven't you had enough deals with demons? Say.
You really think you can do it?
Listen, don't answer me right now. I'll let you just come to the meeting tonight, and you can make your mind after that. And besides the large real estate that is that garden, I'm sure I can bring everyone in the city at the table. That means Farah, but I know about your skills with plans from her, so you'll definitely sit down for this discussion. But you know who else I can bring to that table? I can bring the other wizard. I'm sure Andre would be fine with sitting down and discussing, and there's a few others. Supply all of them with herbs, ingredients. After all, why would they need to go to anyone else? They would be dependent on you.
Ah, I see
Hence,
then.
you dominate the market.
If you would be so kind to give me time to think on this.
Ah, you have
Seems-
plenty of time. Plus, I want to make a good impression on you tonight when we meet.
Very well. I look forward to this grand meeting then.
Of course. See you then.
See you. She will hang up the phone. A little shaken right now. Durzes would be pissed about this. I feel like he would be mad about this.
Ask him.
Oh, that's true. Fuck, I could ask him.
Ah, you plant more flowers on like my grave. Okay, go ahead.
Dude, if you're cool with it, I think I should ask permission.
I mean, yeah, you should listen. If you want to talk to him, you just can reach out.
Yeah,
He is
Celine will
coming.
talk-
John has asked him to be like around this, so
Yeah, I think Celine would like to talk to Durzes about this.
yeah, you can find him just kind of fucking lunging about in one of the alleyways near the city center where both you and John would approach him. God, Celine, you're so lucky I like John, because otherwise I wouldn't be so... Know how boring this shit is? Fucking... God. You're keeping me, like, hidden out here? Like, this is... Yeah, I feel like I'm debasing myself for you so much.
I
Like a fucking
apologize.
doormat. You better apologize.
I just didn't wish to have anyone, well, inconvenience you. I think once they knew about you, you would be hassled almost every day.
I
And
guess
you
you do
wouldn't
have a
want that.
point. I'd like a bit more peace and quiet.
Of course. And if you need some of your own abode, I can also give you your own
I'm
home.
staying at Grace, it's fine. I will be staying. Just need to talk her brother down. God, the guy's so fucking paranoid.
Humans are very overprotective over their kin.
Well, listen, tell me, Celine. Did I give her some space? I don't feel like I should give her some space.
Well, does she want to have space from you?
No. It's her fucking idiot brother.
Well, instead of you talking to the brother, have her talk to her brother. She's the one who can calm him down, right?
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
And he loves his sister more than anything else, and he would want her to be happy.
Yeah, okay, Mr. fucking ass kisser. What the fuck do you want?
It may come. There's a chance that I may be able to make a deal here about the garden, and I want to, as someone who I'm not even sure, is it yours? Your prison? Your cell? Your home?
Yeah, no. Home, definitely fucking not. Prison? Yeah,
Mm.
that works.
Well, at the very least, your prison is very coveted, and it may come into my hands, and I wish not to offend you by that. I don't really know what exactly offends you.
Okay, listen. As long as you don't try and bullshit me, you don't try to fucking, I don't know, ass kiss me, the sort of shit. No, I'm quite open-minded.
Very well then. Wonderful. I want to make sure I clear the air, and hopefully with this be over quickly enough that you can get
Well,
back to
Sir
Grace.
John's. I would never fuck with anything that belongs to John.
Oh, well, that's good. John's also mine, so this works out great.
Kind of like gives you a look of like, yeah, sure, okay.
Choices, please.
Does not take you serious at all. Like, oh, that's you're adorable.
That's why he's Celine, not Celine's, but Grace's man right there. Well, it shouldn't be too long. Thank you again, Dursis.
So what was the fucking question?
Oh, she was asking like, hey, would it be upset you if the garden would be in her hands, essentially?
Fuck
I thought he
no.
answered it already.
Listen. No, it's fine. Listen, have at it. The fucking bitches who put me there put a lot of powerful spells on it, so I mean, I'll be honest, it's not gonna be very valuable too long. I don't know, fucking give it a century at most.
Ah. Seem you're the one who gave it power then? That's good to know.
Well, yeah, it's gonna fade rather quickly. Want it? It's yours. Have at it.
Very well. Can I ask exactly put you there? I gotta show up again.
My big brother.
Oh,
Well,
That
him
was you?
and the fucking there was like some angels as well, or wizards. There were a lot of people. Like it was a team effort, okay. But he's the one that kind of like smacked me down enough so the others can like fucking finish the spell.
is there a reason why?
Listen, Celine, you really want to know?
I feel like I should know. I feel like this is something that's really
They
important.
said I was too violent. They didn't like me kind of killing some of the villagers. You know, angels can get quite pissy if you kind of play too much with their little mortals. My brother, the defender of the fucking people, had to take the moral high ground. Fucking hypocrite.
Mm-hmm. And is your brother still around that he's gonna show up again along
Well,
with these angels?
listen, unless someone killed him in the last, what, like few thousand years. Yeah, but I don't think anyone can kill him. Oh, no offense,
Mhm.
unless God knows if he pissed anyone else off. But he's usually the Act cautious and behave. Not upset balance of things. I already hear him in my head. I want to punch something.
I see then. Well, can I get a description to keep my eye out? Because I have a feeling that they would have noticed you missing.
Well, I mean, if you see him in his true form, you're fucked. But I mean, he does like to just kind of pretend he's an old man. Well, I guess he kind of is an old man if you think about it. His fucking attitude sure is old and stinky.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind then. Oh, thank you, Thursis. We won't be long.
Oh, please, God, let me be done with this shit.
Clean just kind of like laughs as she will walk away.
As yeah. Darius, are you gonna be there a bit early on time? How is this?
I got really nothing going on. I guess I'll be there on time.
Yeah, she's already waiting for you in the.
No, you know what?
Real
I'll come a little
quick,
Yeah.
Grund, real quick. Rowan's gonna call Grace.
Yeah, she's gonna pick up. Like, yes.
Do you have a boyfriend now?
God, you really did spy on me, didn't you? She like shouts in the background. Yeah, no, it's a bit too early for that, but. Oh God, did you talk with Lamar? Did you talk with Lamar? It sounds like something Lamar would say.
Listen, I talked to Lamar, but I figured he wasn't the most reliable source of news. He's a little biased.
Listen, if I listen, it's more complicated. Let's just. No, you put the shotgun down. Listen, long story short, the man that was in my dreams literally showed up to my door. Went on a date with him. Really nice. I think
There's
we hit-
it.
Yes, I think we hit it off. And now my brother, like, I don't know, fucking knows, like, about to do something fucking stupid.
Yes, I would highly recommend that you convince your brother not to do something stupid. Derzitz is from, Derzitz is... Listen, I'm about to go into business right now, but we will, we will talk a bit about it later. But yes, I would highly recommend you convince your brother not to try to shoot him. Derzitz is a little tougher than most.
I know. I'm just, okay, I'll call you right back.
And yeah, no, this is the Rowan just puts the phone back in her pocket, because I imagine that she did this call like right before she was going to start driving down to the opera house. Just sits there for a few moments, for the first time, genuinely at a loss of what to do.
Yeah, Granted, I'd probably show up 15 minutes early because I would just come from the coffee shop or something. And just to scout it out.
No, she show up. She's like half an hour early.
I can't believe this.
Listen, she's looking. If you're gonna show up with her, she's gonna be looking at you shocked. Like, yes, you really are excited to see me. Nothing is ready. Go back. Take another couple of laps around the city center.
Nah, I think I'm good. I'm just gonna drink my coffee and wait for the... He'll look at his watch. Wait for the time.
Fine. Gonna be a spoil sport.
I thought it was just supposed to be the two of us, Zoe.
No,
I
I
know
think.
you-
Listen, what do you mean it's just the two of us? I already assumed you're planning to kill me right now.
No, I just really wanted to talk.
That's sweet, but I'm not that naive.
I'm being serious. Not everybody's out to get you, Zoe.
Just gonna like stop texting and just like sits down next to you and kind of like looks at you, kind of like tilts her head.
He's drinking the coffee.
You're not out to get me? Find that very hard to believe.
I'll be honest, Zoe. You're just kind of an obstacle of... We just have two diametrically opposed circumstances, and we just keep getting in each other's way. But even though you keep doing these things, I acknowledge that it is because we didn't sit down and talk. I don't have anything actively against you other than what you keep doing. But I understand it is because of a reaction to the things I am doing. And I think we should try to talk and clear
What you're
the air.
saying is you like me. That's what I'm hearing.
What I'm hearing is what I'm saying is I would like to talk and try to de-escalate everything. Like in his head, he's like, she's a narcissist.
De-escalate things. I don't want to de-escalate things with you. I want to escalate them.
What's your end goal, Zoe?
To Did I tell you my end goal? That feels like you almost baited me. Why should I tell him? Why should I tell you? Would you even believe me if I told you? What if I told you that the end goal, Darius, was to just make you realize your own worth? Give up on all these people that keep you down, which mostly is Lydia. Maybe you realize that the person you needed most is the person sitting right across from you.
While you are quite lovely and your mind is as sharp as any blade I've ever seen, I don't know what your fixation on me all of a sudden is. That's where I get a little confused compared to what you've been doing to my family.
I've been doing that much to your family.
Fair enough. It seems I've been doing it to them more than you. You're just kind of the catalyst to it. Which, listen, if anything, I respect a woman who is intelligent and knows what she wants.
Most flattering thing you said to me. While I always appreciate being kissed up the ass. I would like it to be authentic, Darius. I think right now you're not being authentic. Because it's too sudden of a change, too fast. Shifting gears now.
You want honesty?
Yes.
You are honestly very pretty. You are very intelligent. You have just kind of been an obstacle, and we have been diametrically opposed. But the truth is, there are other things I have to worry about, and I really don't want this game to continue where people keep getting hurt, and including yourself. I can imagine you doing this. You hadn't had the easiest time of things. It must have been lonely when you got turned.
Was. And no one to care for me. I was alone, left on my own. Made on a whim. Shitty vampire with shitty plans, shitty desires.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Zoe. Whatever happens tonight, I really am. I get why you're like this, or at least I think I understand. But I do believe people can be better than their natures. We can't just stop all this.
I could. But you see, it's no longer just about you. I also want to get Zorn out of the clutches of the Winter Fae. I also want to see the Demon Lord that's been hounding him down dead. Also, like seeing you, Darius. I like seeing you struggle. I don't know why. You remind me of a fairy tale book. Someone who defies all odds and stands up to evil. Something so charming and comforting about that.
Hmm. Well,
And
I
if
keep
after
going at the-
tonight, you wanna stop by my place, wanna spend some time with me, I'm not gonna turn you away.
if we keep butting heads, what does that make you in the story?
Oh, I'm the villain. I'm the sexy hot villain.
Doesn't that usually leads the heroes astray?
Maybe. Maybe this is one of those more modern stories where I get to win.
I have a sneaking suspicion that when you get what you want, it's only going to disappoint you.
You haven't disappointed me up until now. And that moment we shared together back at the tower, that's wonderful. Just wonderful.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I assume that we're having the meeting now, but I assume that there's other things coming. You had
Oh,
a
of course,
big
of
show,
course.
right?
I need to wait for Rowan, for Celine.
I didn't know they were coming.
I invited them. I thought it would be best with an partial audience, I guess.
Oh, what are you expecting from this meeting?
Well, I expecting
Zoe?
you to want to kill me, so I need people around here to maybe stop you from that.
Nah,
I will see.
I know.
If you don't want to kill me after this, maybe I did manage to change something about you after all. Chicken and wings.
So, how many of my people are about to die, Zoe?
Die? No one.
Well, it seems like you're planning on keep poking me, huh? Until
Well, you
what?
could poke me back. I'm probably gonna enjoy that.
How do you think you pushing me the way you do is gonna go?
I don't know, but I'm curious to see.
Oh.
Uh, yeah, she's gonna sit there with you, waiting for time to pass.
Yeah, he'll try to pry into her a little bit. Be like, so do you still have family?
No,
Were they killed or just were you
she
orphaned?
nods.
I know what it's like to be orphaned. I'm sorry to hear that. What was the name of your maker?
It's irrelevant now. He's dead.
Did you kill him?
Mm-hmm.
What was his plan? Anything interesting or just kind of run of the mill take over?
Very capricious vampire.
I'm sorry you were stuck with an asshole.
Wasn't stuck. I fled right away.
I'm sorry you were alone during that time.
Darius, this is becoming boring. You're becoming boring. That plan now to bore me to death. Stop being interesting and hoping that I find something else to pick on.
I don't think that's gonna work. I
It
think
might,
you're
it
just gonna
might,
keep-
but then I have no reason to keep all of these people alive. So
I think your plan is just to keep riling me up till I honestly don't know. You think I'll just come to you?
Know what you want to do. But just please don't be boring. That would
Hmm.
I'd have to break Rowan's heart.
Why?
Because I promised her something very interesting tonight. It's gonna be boring. Oh, may have to step up my game. Don't want to hurt your feelings.
Damn, and here I was starting to enjoy our little game of cat and mouse.
It's more of a game you trying to sympathize with me and play to my little emotions. Do you want me to fetch you a little violin? You can.
No. I'm gauging your humanity.
Oh, that's long gone. Could have told you that. You don't need to ask so many useless questions.
Real shame, Zoe.
As
Yep. And
eventually, I guess Selena and Rowan, you would arrive on time. As you see Darius and Zoe just sitting on a bench in front of the opera.
Celine,
Rowan?
didn't know you were invited.
Ah, well, Zoe made an offer I would be hard pressed to say no to.
Gonna say John is there as well, Rowan. So.
Pointedly not engaging him in conversation. Rowan is very scared of him.
Yeah.
You know, everyone seems to have offers that can't be refused going around tonight.
Ah, it's a common thing.
I know, but I think this may be the first time where everyone was truthful. That everyone had an offer that genuinely couldn't be refused.
That's true. Zoe is a very smart girl. Vampire, woman, whatever you want to call it. Can I ask exactly what brought you here outside of your enjoyment?
Well, Zoe had already invited me, and I can't go into details, but recently I have been entrusted by special people to ensure Darius remains alive.
Ah, interesting.
Interesting. You watch over that garden, don't you?
Yes, it is my charge.
Mm. Grace told me she had a wonderful meeting with somebody, and I think we'll have a conversation about that later.
We should. I think it's important to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yes, well, let's not keep the lovebirds waiting.
Yes. Seems they're having a cordial conversation, surprisingly enough.
It is what it is.
Chick, please. That's not how that works.
How is this gonna help you? Like prolong your suffering next session as well?
just waiting for the bell. That's all I'm waiting for. I'm in the corner. I'm just getting
I can
body
extend
blow.
Unfortunately, I'm reaching my hand in between the hitter thing and the bell itself.
Darius, you see the three of them kind of approach the bench, and Zoe stands up very giddy and like, finally you're here. Thank you for coming.
Of course. Thank you for the invitation.
Yes. Well,
Always a pleasure, darling.
the reason I called you here, Darius, and the reason I wanted an audience was to prevent from any violent outbursts. But since Darius was so kind and gentle to me, asking about my life, giving me compliments, assuring me he won't try and kill me, which I'm very surprised, to be honest. I expected by now someone to try and take my life. Yes, well, the more you know. She pulls out a cell phone. Says, well, this is my my gift She kind of presses something on the cell phone as you can hear a recording. As the recording, like, it's very obvious initially that's just like a woman sort of moaning in the background. Then I think Darius realizes at first that's Lydia's voice.
Hmm. Hmm.
As kind of like please she says, and she starts talking kind of like as that sound like the background says, now I paid a visit to Lydia, and I thought, Darius, it's only fair that if I did this to you, I would do this to her, otherwise it would be cheating, right?
Okay.
And I think she appreciated it. I have the whole recording. It took a while, but not a very good talker. I'm like close to. But thankfully after that, I managed to, let's just say, persuade her. So let's just say, as she looks at you, Celine, Lydia won't be a problem any longer. Trying to dethrone her, Celine? I just got done fucking her after I called you.
Rowan is fucking bursting out laughing.
Celine is actually has a raised eyebrow as she glances at Darius for a second or two before looking back at Zoe as well.
I have pictures as well. If you want.
No, I think I can understand what has been transpired.
Yes, Darius. Once I laid a little bait out for her. Thank you, by the way, Rowan. That phone did contain some her desperate pleas for help. Once she saw me in your body, people, when they care about someone, they do tend to make mistakes. And she took the bait. After all, Zoran was missing and there was a bidding war. You were in trouble, the tower was attacked. All sorts of mess happening in the city, and no, yeah. And she cares for you. I still think she is rather toxic to you. I think she still used you to her own for her own benefit, but any consolation, Darius, I do think she loves you. Or at least she loved me when I was doing it to her.
Darius pulls out a cigarette between, like, using his teeth and just lights it up. It just basically motionless, just listening to her talk.
So, like I said, Celine, I don't think Lydia will be a problem for me any longer.
I see.
Just think about it.
Of course.
Now, what were you wanted to discuss about, Darius? Let's proceed with the negotiations.
Well, one is she alive or just off the board?
Oh, she's alive. Why would I give up my blackmail material so easy? No, I left her with your dad. I'm sure they'll do fine together. Hopefully he doesn't kill her. I mean, I explained to her how much she loves you and you love her, so I'm sure he can abstain his violent tendencies.
Interesting play, Zoe.
Hmm.
It's masterfully done.
So did you come here to talk about something, or was it just to kiss my ass? Because we can do that in private as well.
Nah, I think I got the information I needed.
Darius.
Sorry. What can we do to put all this aside, Zoe?
I believe our business is concluded. Lydia is, well, out of the game for now. Your dad. Well, I mean, you want him back. I'll consider it really big favor for you.
Can I have a day to think about it?
Of course. How mean would I be if I didn't let you think about it? Although I would try and hurry because I don't know how long he can abstain to not kill her.
Okay. I'll get back to you soon, Zoe.
Kisses as she blows you a kiss and then turns to you, Rowan, winks before she hands you the phone. All the evidence is there, by the way.
Thank you.
And yeah, she'll just walk away.
Mm-hmm.
I think that went well.
I was gonna say, Rowan, if you look, there's a couple more audio files. It's listed deception, seduction,
Yeah. Can I just
Action.
crush that phone with?
and
Can I just crush that phone with telekinesis as I'm walking away?
well, you can certainly use the roll.
Mm-hmm. That's spirit, right?
Yeah, it's let it out. Blah, blah.
Or you know what? I won't even crush it. I'll just take it out of her hands as I walk by.
There, it's just like, I'll need this for research material. What?
Nah, he just doesn't want Rowan to have it.
I'm sure she didn't make copies for her own personal collection.
Fuck it, then I'll just crush it. God damn it! Can't
Like
just...
what? Like,
I will say this, Tick. Do you want to come into skin contact with Rowan?
No, I was going to use telekinesis.
Noted mind fucker.
I don't know
Yeah.
how to describe it. Telekinesis,
you
guys.
can, you can roll spirit if you want.
I'll
That's-
just crush it.
Yeah.
I think he's doing it subconsciously.
Yeah.
Damn.
So mark corruption. Unless you want the effect to just be,
Nope.
yeah. So
I'll mark that corruption.
mark corruption as Rowan. You can see the phone fucking start like bending and kind of like you see the plastics kind of like starts popping out as it gets crushed by an invisible force in your hands.
Darius is just walking away. I don't think he's even aware that he did it.
Well, Rowan,
He is upset. He is upset.
that's definitely a word for it. It seems this business has been concluded. It's always lovely to see you, of course.
Always is. Well, I would love to stay in chat, but your friend has a temper that I noticed last time I saw him, and I don't want to push the luck.
Understandable. Well, in the future we should get coffee to have that conversation.
That would be lovely.
Of course. Have a lovely night.
A lovely night, darling.
And Celine would say goodbye. She goes to follow, hopefully to catch up with Darius or make sure he doesn't, I don't know, walk into traffic.
You can kind of run after Darius to catch up. John just kind of says, I'll inform Darius that he can.
Yes, thank you.
Where should I meet with you?
I'll meet you back at your place. Well, no, that's actually farther away. How far away is the shop actually from this place?
About half an hour of walking.
Ooh. Well, if you stay close by, I'll come meet you right back here. Is that all right?
Yes.
Good. I'll be back.
You rush after Darius.
Darius.
You'll just turn around. He'll just look at her. Give her a smile. Hey, Celine.
How are you?
This is never gonna stop, Celine. I gotta figure a way to fight her.
Yes, that may be the case, but honestly, I think she's preoccupied a bit more with the demon situation, and if you do this, you will still become interesting for her.
I think the only way to do it is to find a way to kill her. Otherwise, it's not gonna stop.
Possibly, but you can still work with her while you do such things.
Celine,
She-
she doesn't have an interest in that.
No, she is interested in getting your son back for her own means, yes, and that's what you would prefer. 'Cause I don't think you can contend with Melcom.
No. But right now, I bought myself some time. And if she's focusing on Malcolm, I mean, she's not looking other places. I think she thinks she's winning, or she's won.
You're still playing the same hand you were before, Darius, trying to kill her and failing miserably when she offers you something on a plate.
No. Not this time. I'm not gonna play it like I'm not gonna try to kill her. I'm gonna try to play it smarter. I'm gonna bide my time. I gotta find where Dad is and where Lydia is being held.
I would warn you against such things, but I can see by the look in your eyes that you already made your decision on this.
I need to talk to Sophia.
I think this is a bad course of action, Darius, but
He's like, he exhales. What, Celine? What is there else to do? It's not like she's just gonna give him to me. He's gonna
you will owe her a favor that she will cast in the future, yes. But you are drowning right now, Darius, and you are caught in her claws very easily. You could do this course of action, yes, but you can lose so much more. You humans never understand that until it's far too late. You can lose so much more. You think now that you've lost, what, a lover, that this is the worst? That she has
No.
humiliated you, taking your body for her own gains? Darius, what decision you make, I will respect it, because I understand humans will do what they wish to do.
Celine, there's no humanity left in her. She's, I don't know, corrupted, lost. She's just not. This is it. What she is doing is all there is to her. There was no sympathizing. But fine. I'll make the deal.
I know it is not fun, Darius, and I know this is hard, and I know it is awful, and I know it is not fair. If you fully believe that you think you can go against her with this plan of allyship with enemies that have no power right now and such, then that is the case. But you need to understand this will just continue further, no matter what.
If I don't keep going, she's gonna get bored and kill them.
Maybe.
But
But she offered you your father back for a favor that she may ask in the future. She seems interested in getting your son back.
Mechanically
Yeah.
speaking,
Yeah,
3 favors, but yes, the
3 favors. Okay, gotcha. Like I said, compromises. You won't get 100% of what you want, but you won't lose everything.
he takes a long drag and just exhales slowly. If he's away from her, that means she can't fuck with him anymore, and Lydia doesn't get fucked with. We can fix his emotions using your Fae friend. Or at least calm him down. From there, I'll make other decisions. But at least we'll have him back. Does that sound acceptable, Celine?
It sounds choices that you can live with.
At what point am I about to give up so much that I am not the person am now?
When you crawled your knees through glass and you thanked her for it. And right now, Darius, you're still standing.
He'll pull out his phone and message Zoe. He'll say, I accept the deal, but I want him back in one piece the way he was before.
He's gonna like text you back. One Piece? Sure. The way he was before? That's a very debatable situation.
He'll show Celine the text.
Ah.
Please have your fake friend on standby.
I will.
Tell her
Wait,
it's a favor from me.
I'll make some calls then.
I'm sorry to put you in this situation, Celine. I can't apologize enough.
I can always walk away when I want to, and I haven't so far. Kind of pats her on the shoulder.
And then John comes out. How dare you touch my woman?
I
And
think
then
it's gonna
stabs
happen.
me in the
John
fucking
has
back.
already abstained from caving your skull and for taking her out to coffee. It's fine.
Thank you, John. I am no threat. I'm too stupid to be.
But yeah, no, if you're gonna text her that taking the deal, again, it's not gonna be a favor. It's gonna be, mechanically speaking,
I need to start actually getting pieces back, Grunt.
I know, saying money.
Mhm.
Listen, if you can always just like not do what she wants. It's just there's gonna be consequences for that.
Nope, I'm gonna play ball for now. Duck and weave.
She's gonna say, "Well, I'll have my people drop him off at your house."
Grunt, do I know anybody who might have any first aid training? At all? At all?
Gonna say, Rowan can heal people.
Fuck that. I also know Layla.
That's true. There's other Fae you can like request if he needs like healing.
Oh wait, I'm already asking Celine to call a Fae. Never mind. I don't need to do any of that shit.
Yeah, if it's but she said unharmed.
Mm-hmm.
She just said he's not gonna be the way he was.
I know. He's expecting the mind fuck. Yeah, Celine, that's not filling me really full of confidence right now. I feel like I just made the worst trade deal ever.
That's what they usually always feel like. When you don't have a place of powers, you make the negotiations, but you don't really have that, Darius. And you're running out of time. Your father is sworn, yes? He has oaths and such.
Yes.
How many do you think he broke while he was with her? Or if he broke any, for that matter?
Enough.
All through my long life, I know vows and oaths can be just as important to humans as they are to our kind. Whatever man will you be once even the most sacred things you carry are taken from you?
Come survivors.
I says, I will make my calls, Darius. Ensure your father doesn't get too upset with that.
Any chance you guys are stopping by so I can let Blue know to let you in?
I don't think so. I have to make my own calls, and I'm going to be spending time with John.
He's gonna do something for you. He's gonna do something for you before. Grunt, I want to try to make her. I'm gonna try to make her trinket.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how this goes. 3
Full
fucking
success.
hold.
Oh.
Yeah. He says, "Hold out your hand."
She raises an eyebrow, but she holds out her hand.
He closes her fist and puts his hand over hers, and then he makes her 2 wedding bands for when she's ready.
You can see the wedding bands here materialize in your hand.
Oh, Darius, this is so sudden.
Ah, Celine, I'll be honest. Dating one demon has only caused me a headache, and I don't think marrying one will actually make that any better. And I see the competition, and I'm charming, but I will just lose. For when you're ready. Okay? Something
Thank
to
you.
remember me by if things go to shit.
Thank you, Darius.
Yeah. Give my
I
love
would-
to John.
I would let her give you a kiss on the cheek, but I don't think that's a good idea, actually.
Nah, he just ruffles her hair and then begins walking away.
I'm older than you. What the fuck?
You're shorter than me. Yes.
She just laughs and smiles and puts him away as she walks back to John.
Well, Darius, you'll drive home as Zoe texts you. Left him on your doorstep. You owe me big time.
Alive
Of course, alive, unharmed.
and not a vampire.
No. Why would...
Hey, listen, it would have been funny.
It would, but I keep my promises.
Okay. Yeah, I guess he'll make his way.
Yeah, you
home.
as you arrive, you do see your dad just kind of sitting on the stairs smoking.
He'll get out of the car and start walking to him.
So he kind of like looks up, sees you. He's gonna run up to you and kind of give you a hug.
He's shocked for a moment and just leans into the hug and just starts crying. He's like, he doesn't let him see it. He just leans into him and just like buries his face and just starts crying.
Well,
I fucked up so many things.
No. You dealt with horrible situation and the best way you could. If anything, I'm the one that fucked up.
So what happened while you were gone? What did she do?
She fucked with me. Slowly. Starting changing things. Like a frog being boiled.
Are you fine now? Because I have
He
I
shakes
might
his
have a
head.
fan. I have a trusted contact coming to help do that.
There's no way to fix what has happened to me, Darius.
What happened?
Broke all my vows. Just a regular human now.
Grunt, can I ask a question? From your universe here?
Yeah,
Is magic taught or born with?
depends. Some people get born with it, some people learn it when they have the capability.
Dad, I need to know. Did my magic come from you or Mom?
I've never had a talent for spells, Darius.
And you're sure Mom didn't know anything?
It's not as straightforward as that.
can you explain to me things now?
Yes.
Let's go inside. Get you all. He'll text as he's going inside. He'll text Celine. He broke all his vows.
Well, that's concerning.
Well, listen, Celine. Actually, no, I'll get first to Rowan before I continue with Celine. Rowan, I guess you went after Zoe?
Honestly, yeah. Might as well give her props. Just keeps getting better.
As you catch up to her, she kind of like looks at you and says, "Oh, what happened to the phone?"
Seemed quite upset.
Ooh, that's. I'm happy, you know. Talked to him for a bit before you got here, and he was trying to like kiss me and sympathize with me, and he looked so just done with this. I'm glad to know that he actually is still cares. It's fine. I'll get you another one. I have the information stored.
Oh, I'd love that. And I really have to wonder why. He's obviously not very good at this game. He's a wizard with near unfathomable power. His father was a sworn. He was basically married to one of the most powerful people in the city. You think he could have just escalated to force before all this happened, but I suppose he's gonna keep trying this.
You know why I like him, Rowan? I expected when he showed up here, I expected him to just try and kill me. I expected he would bring allies. I had Andrea, I had the werewolves, everyone ready to just jump to my defense. But no, he just is here to talk. That's why I like him, Rowan. There's something so pure-hearted about that attitude that just warms my innards.
Certainly has an interesting view of how the world works.
I'm gonna start texting on her phone. Well, this keeps getting better and better. Apparently, he does want his daddy back.
Well, can't fault a man for that, I suppose.
Delicious. Well, I have no use for him now, so might as well take him.
You need his mind alteration changed, or
no? Listen, Rowan. You know how hunters are if you mess with mortals?
has he broken all of his vows?
I did. All it took was a bit of twisting of the little anger meter and seeing Lydia, and he started cracking. Got into an argument. Yes. I mean, he did beat her up, but she's a demon. She can take it. Well, blames her for a lot of this, but I've learned something quite interesting. Learned why he was here, why he was sent here.
Why is that?
He was sent here to keep someone locked up. Someone that's apparently trying to desperately escape.
Who is that?
Someone that I was told goes by the nickname of Durzes.
That's the cherry on top. Derzith is already out. He came here, lost everything, and he didn't even succeed on his mission. Derzith got out while you had him locked up.
That was also Lydia's. That's why they were guarding the Botanic Gardens so tightly.
I have it on strong authority that he is free.
Oh. Understand what this means, Rowan? Means I have
Gav.
Durze's jailer, my basement locked up.
You do. And
Oh.
all right. If you want, now listen. Derzitz may have made a pact with a mortal that I'd take an interest in. I'm certain I could arrange a meeting.
That would be lovely. I would like to meet this dragon of theirs.
Consider it done. And I don't know how you do it. You keep topping it.
Yes, it must be in my nature. Lovely, lovely work.
Well, I will let you know when the meeting will be.
Thank you very much. I'll owe you one for this as well.
That Rowan will take a bow and excuse herself.
Instead of letting you bow, she will give you a tight hug before parting.
She will. Yeah, Rowan will return the hug.
Yeah, I'll say this. Celine, what were you gonna say?
She was gonna go back to John.
Yeah. Yeah, the two of them just kind of like seemingly talking. Durzus is here. Hasn't left, apparently.
Well, I wasn't too long.
No. It's fine. Don't worry, little devil. I'll leave you two lovebirds soon alone. Just had a talk with John here, but he kind of like looks at you, looks at him, says, "Okay, I know when I'm not wanted. Stay around." And he like taps him on the shoulder and like turns around and walks off.
He was gonna say more, so he was just confused. Oh, well.
I love
I-
Desert so much.
He's like, I'm good. Well, you know what? He has better things to do right now. Well, I assume was a wonderful talk then.
It was. We just maybe discussed a few plans. Well, it's a weird thing. He was asking me about he was wondering about the people who locked him up.
Hmm. Well, I assume he'll be a bit peeved.
Well, definitely didn't appreciate that, but right now I think he is completely enamored with the woman, so not the
Oh, that's good then.
highest priorities.
I have to ask, John, how exactly did you get him out?
That's a long story.
Ah. Well, you can tell me about it eventually. But I
can
think
tell
I'd rather
you.
spend my.
I can tell you that's tell me, you see, like, I can presume you start walking, right?
Yeah.
As he kind of like says, there's, well, you know about circles of hell, you know about summer courts. There's many other
aware.
planes of existence. I was born into something that we refer to as the world beyond. Never had a proper name. It's sort of this very wild dimension, full of magical creatures and enchanted lands. My homeland, the homeland of many others like me, and other creatures as well. Also, the place where the angels conducted a lot of their slaughters. Because, well, the Beyond is quite a harsh place to navigate, and the angels are forbidden. Most supernaturals are forbidden to just walk in. So they would bless humans, come in and kill us for legitimate or less legitimate causes.
Ah,
But after so much time of wars and slaughters, it's become sort of a haven for those like me. I don't venture usually there. I kind of left it behind when my village was burned by the prince. There is a catch this plane of existence. It does exist quite close to the physical world, mortals. So, well, I assume that since this was a powerful spirit, might have a footprint in the beyond. I ventured. Took me a while to locate the spot of the prison where the prison's sort of shadow projected almost. And called a few favors, some people help out, and eventually imagine like puncturing a hole, letting him out.
quite a daring rescue then.
Was, but there's cost to everything, I suppose. I will take responsibility for whatever chaos he imparts here. Why, he assured me he would be on his best behavior, but not really capable of stopping him, Celine. I'm trying to work with him as best as possible.
Oh, that's good to know. I assume no matter what, there's going to be someone who's going to take notice. Hopefully, we can buy as much time as we can.
I just hope when they do, they won't retaliate too harshly.
Well, we'll enjoy ourselves regardless, right?
Well, he was the only one that I would know that could stand up to most things that can walk the physical world.
Well, quite a big gun to ask for, John.
Well, between hell's demons and heaven's angels, I prefer the ones I'm most closely related to.
That's true. How does he consider you, actually?
Like a child. A little brother of sorts, I suppose.
Oh. That could be both good and bad, I assume, especially with his family history.
He is grateful for his freedom. But those sort of things do eventually wither away with time.
That is true, they do. And now he seems to be enamored with a, well, young woman, Grace.
Well, it is our saving grace, funny enough. Since I'll be honest, I think he was planning on leaving the jail anyway, breaking out. Using her to enact a ritual that would have caused quite a lot of mayhem.
Oh, yes, I can see that being the case, especially since it hasn't been done before. Someone of Grace's nature and the deal being made, and how many people were very upset about it.
You misunderstand.
Mm-hmm.
Grace is no sworn. She is empowered by him. His powers flow into her, and she has no vows she has to upkeep.
Ooh,
But he can always take those powers away.
yeah, it's an interesting thing. That is the case.
There are many powerful creatures who can do such things. They tend to pick out mortals and imbue them. And as long as the mortals do what they need to do, fulfill whatever agenda, goals, visions, whatever, they keep granting them powers. It's a much more loose deal than Sworn makes.
Mm.
Has its advantages but disadvantages.
I see then. Well, I best keep an eye on that then.
You like to... It's too soon. It's too soon.
Hmm? What's wrong?
Well, stayed at Darius's house. I was wondering, like to stay at the proper place for someone like you.
What proper place would that be, John?
Well, I had some 2 free decades, so I thought I might as well spend them doing something useful. I can
this I
show
have to
you.
see. Yes, absolutely.
As he's gonna lead you to the botanic garden. Through... it's kind of like you see the thick mist. There's a very like... Your body seems to shake as you feel this rather powerful energy almost push back against you. As he just kind of holds your hand steady. Stops, looks at you, and just kind of like embraces you.
Something will hold tight.
As you feel this sort of mystical energy revolve around you. And as he like literally shields you with his body, you suddenly feel like the air has changed and the sounds of the city have completely just vanished. Replaced with only the chirping of birds and rustling leaves in the wind. As he kind of like lets go, and you see around you, you are in some sort of garden. As you can see, many trees, luscious trees. Behind them, you see this enormous like castle, beautifully placard with silver, gold, precious gems. As you step through this sort of the English word.
Way, entrance,
No, it's
courtyard.
no for the
The portcullis?
no. Orchard. Okay, so as you walk through this orchard, you quickly realize that the fruits of these trees, they're not like actual. They look like golden apples, like actually apples made of gold. As you step through, he's kind of like leading you. As there's like a gate that opens, you see this large fountain as clear blue water sprinkles around you. This place is rather big. He'll kind of take you inside and you see this beautifully decorated castle. As yeah, you just kind of show you the sights, show you the rooms. It's quite well, it's big. It's not like ginormic in size, but it's quite big. Until he'll kind of bring you to one of the balconies. Your presumably what he said was your room. You wish to have a separate room from him. And as he kind of like brings you to the balcony, you see the sort of mystical haze that's sort of dotted on the lands across you. And the lands themselves, you see this large mountain range. You see almost immense river and body kind of like flowing into a large body of water. Everything here seems completely out of proportion. Like an unrealistic painting, almost.
I think Celine has just been speechless this entire time. She's just taking this all in. I don't even know what to say. How did you even...
This is my, well, this is not my home, but this is welcome to the beyond. It's, I wouldn't advise leaving the castle grounds. Lands are ever shifting, filled with dangerous creatures that they'll know you're not one of theirs. They will tempt you and try and take advantage of you.
John, I think I love you.
Love you too. We'll cut from that scene. And with that,